Hello friends, it's been a while. I've been busy testing for the Arena Championship, which is going to be standard, and yeah, I really wanted to focus all my time on that, and I feel like I've also covered most of the decks that were interesting at the time, so I didn't really have interesting ideas or decks that I would show you, also without not giving away too much information to other competitors, because I know some of you guys that are playing in the Arena Championship are surely checking out my channel. So yeah, I went a little bit silent for that. Now the decklist submission deadline is done. I've submitted my deck. I'm happy. I'm couldn't be happier. No, I mean I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good. So yeah, and now I guess what you will have here perhaps in the next couple of videos that I'm gonna make, you're gonna see a little bit of my process of testing for the Arena Championship, and at least decks that came out of testing and then basically that I didn't decide to choose in the end. And then after the Arena Championship, I can tell you a little bit more, of course, and I'll let loose, and my tongue will be loose, and you will know everything about, you know, you will be able to watch the Arena Championship in the first place, so you will see my deck that I play there, and all of that. Yeah, in any case, let's go to the nitty-gritty. What do we have in front of us? A little bit of a brewski of mine, a little bit of something that I tried for the Arena Championship, DIMIR Terror. So perhaps you guys have seen already the Simic tempo list that sometimes splashes for white or black even, that plays Cash Grab and Pseudophobe to turbo out these two friends here. You know, there's like this golden rule: if you have 8 of a thing in Magic that's sort of similar, like Core Spirit Dancer and SRAM, for example, or Tolarian Terror and Eddymurk Crab. You have 8 of them, of these like powerful effects, then you can build a deck around it. And yeah, we do have 8 of them. We have Terror, which is very nice in these environments. War 2, nice against Go for the Throat, makes him pay 4, and then Anoint and Cut Down and doesn't even hit it. Same goes with like stun countering from Floodpit Rona and Kaito, of course. And then the red decks play what? They play Lightning Strike, Burst Lightning. They do play Witchstalker Frenzy as well, but only a few of those. So it's pretty resilient. It's pretty resilient, these 2 cards. Very good. This doesn't have ward, but tapping 2 things is quite strong in combat. And yeah, the rest of the deck is black and blue cards that enable the graveyard or kill things or interact with stuff. Opt, Sleight of Hand. We have Charter Course, Picklock Prankster, Wail of the Forgotten, which is a sweet one. It's more often than not, it is strategic planning, the lowest mode. But it does have some flexibility to it, where, hey, if you need to bounce something, bounce it. The middle mode doesn't come up often, but you will have moments where you have to send 8, and then you get all 3 modes, which that's really good. So for 2 mana, it's really powerful. So quite a nice card. And then, of course, Overlord the Balemurk. I was playing around a little bit. I had 4 Founding in my first version of this deck, and only a couple Overlords. Founding of the 3rd path, that is. And I found out that the creature part of this Overload is actually very relevant. It often won't hit because you just mill 4 cards, so it just sometimes won't hit anything. But it's still good that you milled, and yeah, just gotten to reduce the cost on these things. And then in a later stage of the game, if you draw this, you can hardcast it for 5 mana, get a Terror back immediately. It makes it so that you can really grind well against the black decks with all the removal. So that's where the Overlord really shines against the black matchups, the black mid-range decks, and makes grinding a real possibility. It's sort of like the black beanstalk, but it also enables you, right? Like Up the Beanstalk doesn't enable your 5/5s. This does. Up the Beanstalk has other advantages, of course. I'm not going to go deep into that, but just simply explaining why Overlord. And then yeah, we have some Duress. Cheap spells, of course, work very well with the Overlord, with the Terror Crab stuff. Cut Down, nice one, and then some removal, and that's pretty much it. Playing 20 lands in total, 6 1-mana cantrips. Oh, and Miser's Rona's Vortex gives some flexibility. Essentially sort of like an exiling removal for 4 mana, if you need that. Sideboard, more 1 mana removal. Just 1 mana spells are excellent when you're playing a crab terror deck. Like, you just want to fill up your graveyard. We have a Dreams of Steel and Oil here, the last 2 copies of Duress, a couple negates against Sunfall decks, an Anoint number 3, a Gix's Command, which is quite powerful with all these big creatures, of course. 2 Silent Hall Creeper. I think this could be, I don't know, this could be other things. This could be Fairy Mastermind. It's just here sort of to Drake Hatcher is another one. I'm kind of happy to try Drake Hatcher. I'm kind of curious. Maybe that card is actually better, stronger. We'll see. Let's try the Hatcher today. And 2 copies of Feed the Swarm, Rest in Peace, is still around, and this is the best answer to it. Tishana's Tidebinder, just another sort of flexible thing. You can bring this in against some of the red opponents or the go bigger decks. And then 1 copy of Liliana of the Wail. Noteworthy, Overlord of the Balemurk does return Planeswalkers. So it's good with Liliana. And it's also kind of interesting with Jace. You could feasibly, if sort of these Sunfall domain type decks would get more popular, like Mono White. If Mono White would be a popular deck, you could put a couple of the 4 mana Phyrexian Jace in your sideboard. And then have that as a plan, because you can mill 15, overload it back to your hand, mill 15 again, and that's, you know, a pretty valid strategy against specifically mono white control mono white tokens. All right, well, that is my Lord Brewski here. You know, when I build brews, I always try to sort of make them as real as possible, and really try to, you know, find ways. Like, the reason why I will build around these 5/5s is because they seem to be well positioned in the metagame, and that's what I wanted to accomplish. And yeah, the comparison to the blue-green version is that this version is a lot better against red opponents. That's sort of my initial impression or thought going into it. That was the idea behind it, because the blue-green version is powerful with Up the Beanstalk and the TTAB, where you can bounce things and the yada yada go crazy. But against red opponents, like, an unsummon is fine, but not great. Well, cut down actually kills the creature, and that is sort of the idea behind this archetype. And the hope is that the Overlord still provides enough card advantage that you can go toe-to-toe with a DIMIR and Golgari midrange and whatnot. All right, that's it for the introduction. Let's play some Magic, shall we? All right, there we go. I just started an Explorer match. I was playing before to prepare for a coaching lesson, so I had to concede that. Anyways, here we are. We're playing against Kibler. That's funny. It's probably Brian Kibler. This hand is obviously unplayable. This hand is a lot better. We can put away an island. Yeah, in the first 2 turns, like first 3 turns, to be fair, you kind of want to set up. And perfect. Like, having a 1-drop on turn 1 makes all the difference. I would have liked to be a cut down, to be specific there, but here we go, 1-drop, then 2-drop, and then another 2-drop, and then we likely can play our Terror on turn 3. And yeah, okay, Paw Patch Recruit. Typical Kibler deck, starting with a 1-drop, Llanowar Elf on turn 1, of course. The Paw Patch Recruit is quite good against Eddymurk Crab. I think I will just go for Picklock here. If this hits me 2 spells, I will go up to 4. Yeah, the Crab, not the greatest. I can't tap things. They will get counters if I do. Like, they can put counters everywhere. But I can just still make a bunch of 5/5s and then just, like, smush through. Another elf, sure. Okay. Gruul monsters, just Kibler doing Kibler things. Okay, well, go for the fruit doesn't do a whole lot for me. I think we'll just take another Prankster. Prankster does not count to the instant and sorcery in your graveyard. And here I'm going to Wail, which I should have done before playing the land, because if I find Darkslick Shores, I would. Yeah, and I wanted to hit 2 spells there. Unfortunately, I didn't get to. So they will get another hit in here. We know they have, we know he has 3 spells in hand because he missed the land drop last turn. So falling behind. And that's obviously where the crab comes in. Because, like, falling behind isn't too bad when you... It's just a raccoon deck, lovely. Falling behind isn't too bad when you can just tap things, but the Pawpatch Recruit is an absolute nightmare in that regard. I'm gonna take 6. Oh. Interesting. Yeah, I can't really do much with removal as long as the Pawpatch is in play. I mean, I could try to kill the Pawpatch, I guess. So he's keeping up something. I'm just gonna play the crab here because I want to be mana efficient. I'm not planning to tap anything anyways. I guess the Curator is a bit of a problem, huh? Yeah. I guess I'm a little bit in trouble. I don't know how exactly I'm gonna win. I have to, I guess, find a go for the throat for this Curator. Yeah. Yeah. If you would have done that first, I couldn't have played the Terror. For 1 mana. I assume he has something like a Snakeskin Veil. Like, this is really weird to not attack for 3 damage. There has to be a 1 mana spell that's actually pretty valuable to him that he wanted to leave up there. So I assume it's a Snakeskin Veil. It could be a shock, but that doesn't make any sense. It has to be a protection spell. And it can't be that Kibler values this exiling and then doesn't do it in his main phase. The 3 damage is worth more than exiling a card. So there's a 1 mana trick probably. And this is sort of the things you can pick up on, right? Like these are little subtle tells. Oh, okay. Well. Oh, I guess I got bluffed. I don't know. I don't even know. I guess he was keeping up the activation ability, so he didn't have a trick. I mean, either that or he just... I mean, I don't know. If, like, what was he playing around? Some reanimation shenanigans, I guess? Didn't have anything in my graveyard at the point. I don't know. Am I dead if I block these? I go to 2. Huh. Now I kind of regret maybe that I played the crab, because the crab actually would be very nice here. But I can tap those 2 and block there. Can I attack even? I'm at 2. Block, 2, blah. I can attack, chart, tap 2 guys. It's a bit risky to attack, I guess. Tap 2 guys, and then I can block 1 more. No, I can't attack. Never mind. Alright, fine. I guess I will chart. Oh, another crab. That's good. Let's ditch you. And play a Terror. And pass the turn. Alright. It's looked kind of grim, but maybe I'm fine. Ugh. That card is so annoying. This needs what? 4 different, and then it's a what? 7/7 with trample. I guess I'll tap these 2. Oh, he didn't even make mana. Kibler is playing loose. He's clicking buttons on his stream. I assume he's streaming. Maybe not. Maybe he's just playing for fun. Now he gets to draw 2 more cards here, which is nice. Yeah, the Llanowar Elf on turn 1 on the play certainly led to explosiveness. Gix's command is going to be probably pretty nice here. As would be Malicious Eclipse, which is a card you can feasibly play in this sideboard, of course. Yeah, but the second Pawpatch is just such a nightmare again. Ugh, how do I win this game? Like, I tap these 2 guys. He's gonna put counters on each of these, and then he has like what? Still 5 lethal creatures, and I've. I don't know. And I can't even like, I can't even attack. I can't even do anything. It's so sad. So he has 2 blockers, tap, kill this, block, block, block. I think I'm fine. Okay, I think I killed this. And then I should be able to... No, I'm actually not surviving. Am I surviving? I have to run off Vortex. I think I'm surviving. Depending on what he does here also. Like, if he has to put it on the 1/1s, he puts it on the 1/1s. That's smart. Yeah, that's what he should do. This guy also grows into a 7/7, but I guess I'm going to tap it. And then I have to pass, tap his 2 biggest guys. You can put another count on a small thing. Attack, and then I can bounce the Tail Mentor. Like, I have to tap this guy. Obviously, because Evasion Menace. Oh, he has a land as well. I think I'm dead to the land, honestly. It's just like, there wasn't that much I could have done this game. It was sort of out of my hands. The Paw Patch is brutal. The turn 1 elf. No cut down on my side. GG. Malicious Eclipse would be pretty decent here, I guess. I guess I'll... Yeah, I guess I have to tap these 2. Yeah. Oh, he even gets... Yeah. If he had two of them in play, he would get 4 counters. Imagine. That's how bad Crab is against Paw Patch. And he plays it correctly. Identifying that he just has to pump his 1-mana 1/1s, and then I can't win. Okay. Duress seems pretty bad. Vortex seems kind of not good. Gix's command for sure. I think it's very reasonable to play Malicious Eclipse, by the way. Like, I think it's also decent against the red decks. Anoint, I guess. Dreams, maybe. Drake Hatcher is interesting. Just good blocker. Can attack a little bit. Could try it. Let's cut some pranksters, I guess. I could also shave on Overlord, because this is a bit of a faster matchup, and I think Overlord is less good then. Okay, works for me. Start with the sorcery spell. Take a swamp. Swamp can be a little bit awkward, because you do have blue, and like sometimes you wanna, like, you have the crab and the terror and everything. You wanna have it cheap. I guess I go with Anoint. I don't know. Maybe not. If I go with Anoint, I can go Wail plus cut down next turn, which is kind of cool. But I'm probably gonna go Anoint here. Ugh, okay. Well, Ghost Vacuum is annoying, but this deck is sometimes capable of just being way too fast for it in a way. Like, you put so many cards in the grave that it doesn't matter. I hope that's going to be the case. But yeah, I can't keep the Terror, even though I like, if they wouldn't have played the Vacuum, I would happily keep the Terror there. But I feel like it's a little risky. No, right. I take the card that mills the most. Okay, 4/4 reach, fair enough. Drake Hatcher. I have to find a land here. Nice. And that puts 2 in the bin, so I can actually play Terror, but I could also kill this. What are we feeling? Probably just play Terror. Could also play Drake Hatcher. It's probably wrong. Alright, let's do that. He's missing land drops. Alright. Ooh, big boy. Big boy! 5/5 trample. Good that I have this go for the throat. Boom. And we get to make a Drake with our Hatcher. Is this instant speed? Free? Yeah, can do it at any moment. Another Bristle. 7 life over there. Blocks the Terror. Has to block the Terror. So that's kind of good for me. Nice. I can just bounce it now. Bye-bye. Alright. Things worked out. Kibler was stumbling a little bit there, to be fair. Well, that's a big boy. Maybe I want the Rona's Vortex for that specifically. Like, I was sort of like being overly, you know, I wish I had Malicious Eclipse. I definitely don't need Malicious Eclipse against these big creatures that he brought in. They are really like Liliana of the Veil, but oh, why did this got so small? Can you see this? It's like some bug. Oh, okay, I clicked this, I guess. You can make it this small. Who would want it to be this small? Like what? Anyways, Feed the Swarm, Liliana, Rona's Vortex. I guess I'll play the Vortex. Yeah, play Liliana just for the giggles. I don't know. Liliana seemed so bad against the Paw Patch recruit. I guess it's probably wrong to play Liliana. Honestly, she was great in this game, but no, I don't know. The Overlord is also decent against the Ghost Vacuum in a way, because you can just mill and return, and the Ghost Vacuum can't interrupt it. And also, games with Ghost Vacuum result in like just being longer, and that makes it so the Overlord 5/5 is actually relevant. Hmm, 2/4. Anoint. Let's go. I could also play a tap land, I guess. No, I'm gonna Sleight. I think that's better. Ooh, I think I like the Gix's command, honestly. It's also a value card. Like it can return my Overlord. So I have 1, 2, 3 spells right now. Bit of an awkward mana base potentially. Okay. Didn't want to discard his hand, so he likes his hand essentially, because he could have played this in the other order, and then he would have discarded his hand. Let's go Slide again. Ooh, sure. I gotta assume there's like, I think there could be a farmer in hand or something, or a front. Wow. This card is also scary. Well, if I take the Tiva and leave him with the Fran. Gonna take the Fran. I don't want him to expand 4. Gonna kill this. So he might be stranded with the Tiva anyways. I guess I'll keep that. And at least if he finds a green here, he doesn't get to draw 2 cards. If I leave him with the front, he gets to draw 2. That's a huge difference. Alright, well... What do I do? This can give everything 3+3, which results in 12 damage. Yeah, I'm at 17. I could kill a thing, which he likely... What does he lose? Probably the Barterer, and get my Overlord back. Or I could just opt a couple times here. He's gonna hit me next turn anyways for like what, 5, 8? So if I kill this, if I make him sack, get the Overlord back, he will activate this, attack me for what? 3, 8, I go to 9, then I play Overlord. What does he do? Tough cookie. Alright, I'll try. I don't know what... Oh, perfect. Okay. Well, that solves things. I will just kill this and I think play this. Could also opt there, and if I find like a Terror, that would be awesome. Not even sure if I'm supposed to kill... Yeah, right. Like... They draw any like this was just the nuts, of course, like drawing a 5-drop Mythic Bomb. But anything like that they could have drawn, and then I draw 2 cards immediately. So maybe I'm supposed to kill. If I would have opted, I would have had a Terror in play right now. God damn it. Brutal. Brutal. Okay, well, yeah. Let's see, maybe I can find a crab. That would be sick. Drake Hatcher, not quite. Not quite. Not quite. Close game. Close game. Oh, he doesn't attack? Overlord. Interesting. I could make the Picklock Prankster big and kill one of the guys. Or I could just play an Overlord. Could also attack with everything, play Overlord. Like attack with the big guys. Seems kind of good actually. We'll see what he does. He's probably just gonna double it. Yeah. He's just gonna double it. Not tripling. Fair enough. Alright. Oh, there's a crab. Probably better to get the crab. Crab is nice here. Overlord returns a creature every attack. It's quite powerful in this deck. Like, getting these low-costed 5/5s back is pretty good. Alright, I assume the last card in hand is a land at this point. Okay. Play crab, tap these 2, attack with Overlord. I guess I can also attack the Hatcher. Is he gonna block here? Then I can... Could also tap these 2 and bounce one of the 4/4s with the Wail, honestly. It's probably good. Yeah. Just gonna activate the land, maybe double block my Hatcher and let his thing die. Or just gonna jump. Okay, fair enough. Huh. I guess this outcome wasn't the best for me. I mean, I got to kill an elf, I guess. And I got to return a terror. I mean, getting a free attack with the Overlord is great there. And it's enough to decide this game. Beat the Hall of Famer Brian Kibler. There you go. Young kids on the street now. GG's. Okay. A little bit risky, I guess. But if my Wail finds me more spells, that should be fine. Okay, well, happy to cast a 1-drop on turn 1 here. Even though it's a little bit painful, but it's okay. Not so happy anymore. What the heck am I playing against? I'm playing against Naya Elves. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control, where X is the number of elves you control. Okay. Well, again, I will be talking about how good Malicious Eclipse could be. Oof, this is the worst case scenario. The absolute worst. And my Duress missing and then that. Okay, perfect. Tolarian Mauler? What in the world? It is an elf, I suppose. It is an elf. Welp. That's kind of bad for me though. Like that thing grows pretty weak. I guess I can tap with the crab. Not great. I needed like a cut down there. I guess it's between you two. I guess I'll take the Prankster at this point. Don't really need more creatures. I can. This has ward free. Oof. Ward free is close to hexproof. Whoop. I guess I need to find Go for the Throat for that. Rona's Vortex. Yeah. Interesting. I could also play a Terror here, bounce this. They play Voya. Then I can pay. Draw a card for each wolf you control. Crazy card. Yeah, maybe that works actually. Maybe that works because I can like tap and then ugh. Okay, that's semi good for me. All right. Just a red-green bruise today here. Ba, 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 ba. Nice. Yeah, very nice, isn't it? I get to bounce your thing. So nice. Yeah. I guess I'll attack actually. Yeah. And pass the turn. Tap your big guys, and before you cast that, then just attack for 10, and then just do the same again on the next turn. And hope that is enough. My opponent likes it. Thank you. I'm doubtful this plan is gonna work because, you know, like stuff like this, jump blockers that draw a card, will make it rather difficult for me to keep tapping my opponent's stuff. Like a cut down early in the game would have made this game a lot more feasible, because at least at that point these two and this guy wouldn't have drawn a card, which would have resulted in my opponent having 1 instead of 4 cards, and me actually being a favorite to win this game, I would presume. But now it's just too overwhelming. Like, I can't spend my... Wow, did they jump with that? What the heck? Okay. Sure. Interesting. This whenever you put an extra, you may pay extra. Okay, you can make. They can play an elf and basically make it huge. Yeah, for example, that. I guess this turned out well for me. I don't think my opponent's happy. Let's tap you and the Mauler. Step first to see this guy in an elf deck. Like, pretty funny. Just a 3-mana 2/2 that grows. When I played Magic as a small kid, we had this card. Memories, brings back memories. Ah, the Iconoclast. Haven't seen you in a while, my friend. Yeah, again, like those extra free cards from the Leaf Crown Visionary are a little too much. I guess I actually have a kill here, huh? If I just find a removal spell, that's actually pretty extraordinary. They messed up by putting counters on this as much. They should not have done that. They just killed themselves to a removal, which I do have. Yeah, this was egregious to put 5 on this. They should have just put 4 on it and leave the Lano Elf untapped. They would have not lost this game. Wow, yeah. Play to your outs, your opponent makes a punt, and there you go. Win games that look pretty rough. Eddymurk Crab. What a win here. I mean, Eddymurk Crab being a 5/5 that taps 2 things for 2 mana is egregious. Even though it cost us 5 mana in that game, which is kind of funny, right? It was still good enough. Okay. What a wild deck my opponent has. Guess I want Disfigure. I want Anoint. Suppose Gig's command is good against Voya. Dreams of Steel and Oil. Could play Tidebinder for the Voya. It's not unreasonable, I guess. Really difficult card to deal with. I suppose I can just kill it for 5 mana with a Go for the Throat. Cut an Overlord. Cut the Duress. It's kind of like the same matchup, yeah, as last game. Maybe we'll play Chart. Feed the Swarm. Tishana's Tidebinder. Tishana's Tidebinder, huh? Are you good enough, my friend? This guy's also pretty annoying. Tishana's Tidebinder kind of deals with it. Let's try the Tidy Boy. Let's try it. I could also cut a Sleight of Hand. Keep a Prankster. I like the type. Like the Tidebinder doesn't really fit the deck, but it is something you can fetch with Overlord. That's sort of why I put it in there, but I don't think it's like a lock. I think you can cut it if you feel like it's not useful enough, or it doesn't really work that well with the theme of the deck, right? Hi again. We're starting with the Verges here. Looks like a Wildborn Preserver. Flashed in. End of turn. They really like to use emotes, huh? Well, the Verges are enabled. Kept it on top very quickly. Ba, 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 ba. And there's a Leaf Crown, which is gonna die immediately. So I'll play the River. I'll play this. I'm gonna exile some spells. Not bad. The Lattice, like, we just ran into 2 complete brews here. Opponent is pretty annoying at this point with all the emotes. I'm just gonna mute them. Oh, baby, we hit. It's always nice when you hit. And anoint this. Cha-cha. I mean, the blue-green version would have done go over the top, play a beanstalk, do this, do that. But, you know, like killing... Oh, Kutzit's flanker, get out of here. Jesus. You really hate graveyards, don't you? Alright, Whelp. I guess I'll pass the turn. So, and Overlord is quite nice against Graveyard Hate. It just, in the end, is a 5-5. Maybe I shouldn't have used my Disfigure. Probably not, honestly. I should have just tapped the flanker, I guess. Whatever. I guess this gives me something I can blow up with Gix's command, which is nice. Ooh, do I even want to suspend it at this point? Probably. I should have left up both islands. That was a mistake. Ding, ding, ding. Why should I leave up both islands? Because the only creature I can find is literally blue cost, and one of them costs double blue, so there's no point. This is, sort of has the bluff value because they don't know my last card. I can bluff go for the throat, I suppose. Alright, play the Wildborn. Now you can play something for 4 mana. Your hand is loaded, of course. Gix's command not looking too crazy good here. Alright, so this guy will get a counter, I assume, and attack me for 6. Sure. Oh. Oh, it always puts on this, right. So it always grows this, it doesn't grow other things. Okay, fair enough. I assume they have another creature in hand. Yeah, I'm gonna Dreams here because I'm a little bit worried about like something like a Voya or something. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, 2 good ones. This doesn't block that well. I only take 5, go to 10, I have 2 5/5s. Kill this and this, or one of these two. 2 5/5s. They have this in play. They go for Tiva, they can block 1. And then tap. I don't know, they can make this also bigger. I guess I'll take the Tiva, actually. Whatever. Let's swing. So yeah, the Avatar comes into play here. And we kill 2 things. I could have given lifelink and 7/7, put him to 8. Instead of killing one of these free 2s. Instead of killing the free 2, but I feel like my life total doesn't really matter that much, and putting him to 7 doesn't matter that much either. So now he can chump block. I can also find Eddymurk Crab for the win here. There you go. But yeah, otherwise, like, he kinda is in trouble because I get a Terror back, play it, and Prankster play Prankster, and like, he's not close to killing me. Okay, sweet, awesome. Yeah, I did have fun. Play first. No. Yes. Interesting, actually. I think because I'm on the play, I'm gonna move this away. Like, if this would be a swamp, I would be more inclined to keep it, but I can't even have it on turn 1. And I'm on the play, so I'm like less afraid of getting curved out, and I just really want... Ooh, I love that. So this is 3 in the bin. These cost 4 next turn, and I go Wail again. Just take the opt, I guess. Fits the curve better. Okay, so if I take the land, I can cast Terror here. But I don't want the land, honestly, and I think I'm just gonna take a Wail. I mean, casting a Terror a turn earlier is pretty appealing, but I don't know, maybe I should have done it. Now, if they get a Kaido down, I guess I'm a little bit annoyed by that. Yeah. I would give up a card, but I would have the 5/5 in play. I would sort of be left with Opt and Terror and 2 lands, right? So if this Opt doesn't like find me another good spell, I'll be looking a little bit poor. Yeah. But this kind of like they would not have been able to do this. The only way they can like they like literally like playing Kaito on turn 3 is not an option. In this scenario, right? Oh, Overlord as well. Interesting. I could also bounce this, theoretically. But if I play 2 Terrors, it becomes pretty useless, to be honest. They can tap one of them and then I can still attack. Question is, what do I do with this Overlord? Do I keep it for later? I think I just suspend it. Play 2 Terrors. No, another Terror, awesome. Yeah, and like this is just really difficult to beat. Triple Terror, I mean, this is just it's quite powerful. They can't. The War 2 is just such a beating. And I sort of have my late game secured as well with the Overlord coming at some point. I can cut down a blocker. This Kaito just looks embarrassing at this point in the face of these Terrors. Sure. And now, you know, they get pay 2. And then plus the Kaito or the Surveil. Sure. And I'll kill off this guy. I guess I should have done the planning first, whatever. For value, you can also, if you have all 3 modes, you can bounce your avatar, technically, for some value. Yeah, just take another one of these, I guess. Play this. Play land. Like, my deck is firing on all cylinders this game. Yeah, I mean, I did my first creature play on turn 4, but it's just, it's egregious, right? Like, it's just, look at this. How are they ever gonna beat this? Death Touches, okay, fair enough. Death Touches are good, yeah. Indomitable Slasher. I guess a 6/6 flyer, 4 mana 6/6 flyer, but I mean, DIMIR midrange doesn't play that for good reasons. Yeah, Death Touch is good. Go for the Throat is fine. Not great, fine. But yeah, I'm just gonna... They will block one of them. And... No, they just chump. Okay. Fair enough. Ah, I missed with the Overlord. So unlucky. Well, good luck at beating all of these, I'd say. Do I even block that? I think not. It's too small ball. Should play Curiosity. You still need another blocker. You have to chump block with all 3. Oh, how are they getting out of that? I guess they have 1 life here, so they only have to chump block 2. Okay, fair enough. Okay. They're just dead. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think DIMIR midrange is a good matchup. I don't want Duress, so they have Ghost Vacuum. Hatcher is maybe okay. And Duress is good against Kaito specifically, but otherwise not great. I think Anoint comes in. Hatcher. Rona's Vortex. Dreams. Liliana kicks his command. I can play one Duress. Sure. I think Duress misses a lot against DIMIR. They have a lot of creatures. Yeah. That is not good enough. Alright. Interesting. Maybe I'll just put away the underground river. It allows me to cast Cut Down on their 2-drop, but their 2-drop is likely flashy. I could just draw a Darkslick Shores turn 1. That would make me happy too. Well, regret not keeping the river now, of course. Would be nice here, kill the Siren in response to the map. Very mastermind, sounds good. Another Wonder Up. Oh, Duress. Pick your poison then. They're helping me fill up the graveyard. How kind. Take the chart, take the cut down. Probably the cut down, right? The cut down is sort of unique. Take the chart. Okay. Well, I guess it leaves me, if I flood out here, it leaves me without nothing. That was a pretty bad Overlord mill. Just one spell. No creature. Kaito here would be pretty good. No Kaito. Good. Not a Siren going aggro in the air. Well, I have defenses, I guess. But curiosity here. Kaito. They drew it. Alright. Well, killing a creature pre-combat doesn't do anything there because they can just use the other one. I was thinking they have curiosity there, but I guess not. Huh. Kaito's a little annoying. I mean, Kaito is good against this deck. It was just specifically not good against, because I can't deal with it effectively, right, when it's on board. It's specifically not good against Tolarian Terror. Ghost Vacuum. Annoying. Alright, well, we'll lose this one. We'll win game 3. Play it here. They surveil me. And then I can't play my crab. They stun me. But they have to pay 2 mana to do so. Or I go end of turn crab. Tap some blockers. Nothing's great, really. They can also... They can decide to make me... They can make me play crab right away. They can just tap this, and then I have to play crab in their main phase. So it's just better to play Terror. Alright, I think that's good. That's at least no go for the throat. At least they don't get to draw a card here. And then... I don't know what I can draw that's going to be good on, to be honest. Anoint for the flash 2-drop here. No, they just keep up 2 mana, so they have a negate or something? So some 2 mana spell, that's not a removal spell, so it is a counter spell. It's probably negate. Yeah, Kaito doing Kaito things. Now they play Siren. Maybe they map the Siren a little bit. I mean, the Ghost Vacuum is usually too small ball, is my experience. Like, it can be good in a game where I don't draw enablers. That's pretty much it. And that was what this game is. Like, I didn't draw enablers. All right, it's good enough, fair enough, you know. But if I draw like Wail, you know, like this is just embarrassing. But I would have drawn like a Wail or like more of that stuff, or draw some opts, you know, to chain some spells. I drew some removal spells, but like to chain them, right? I didn't, and now I'm stuck with these two. It's gotten a little bit unlucky that they're able to win here. They can stun my guy and Restless Reef. Like, you know, they certainly got lucky here to win this game. I wouldn't say that Vacuum was like, oh, he had Vacuum and that's why my deck didn't succeed. No. I just didn't draw any cantrips. And they do rest one. That's a play, I guess, that they got my Charter Course. Although it was a bit surprising. No, I mean, maybe not. Maybe fine. GG. Alright. Kaito. Maybe Tidebinder is actually fine, huh? They won't have that much removal. And then I can shut off Kaito. This does kill Kaito. Maybe I cut a Crab. I think Crab is fine. But it's not at its best, I guess, in this matchup, because Go for the Throat cleanly kills it. Maybe it's a bad idea to... I don't know. I didn't know what to cut there. Maybe I should have just cut a Charter Course. I just felt I wanted to keep the Charter Course, which I usually cut, because I wasn't drawing any cantrips that game. But maybe that was just biasy, you know? It's like biasy. Normally you have enough cantrips, so you don't have to worry about not drawing cantrips. Right? And like now I just made a bad decision, a bad sideboard decision, taking out one of my best cards because I was biased from that previous game. Which is something we, of course, don't want to be. Yeah, sure. Interesting. They might have Kaito again. I just want to prevent the Kaito thing happening. Sad. Would have been nice to get there. Well, no, it's unfortunate, I guess. Anoint with Affliction. Let's pay... I guess let's do this. Did hit a Terror. Okay. Alright, so next time I'm gonna go Terror plus Crab. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. They have Curiosity. They have Kaito. Now they have Kaito. Okay. Interesting. Didn't want to go for it on turn 3, yeah. Played around the Tidebinder. Okay. Makes an emblem. Interesting. Thinking about bouncing the Kaito, to be honest with you. Maybe it's crazy. Probably crazy. The Underground River is really painful this game. Cost me a lot of life. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. So I go to 10 and then I go to 5. Yikes. Maybe I should jump block? Ugh. I guess I could have double blocked if I would have played the Crab in the main phase. I can also have a counter spell here, yeah. Go to 4. No. Maybe I screwed up. Maybe I should have just bounced the Kaito and realized that I was like under that much heat because of these rivers. If these rivers wouldn't be, I would be pretty fine. But these rivers just totally screwed me. How many am I playing? Am I playing the full 4? I'm playing 4, yeah, okay, fair enough. A river in multiples is a beating. In a deck that's like this mana heavy. Yeah, that lost me the game. Not what they did here. The river lost me the game. The Phantom Interference was good too, to be fair. Yeah. So they don't have a Restless Reef in play, at least. Yeah, I think I'm just going to try to dig for a removal, kill the ferry. It's pretty painful. And pretty bad. Yeah, the river cost me the game. There's nothing else, really. There's nothing to be said. Like, I lost, like, how much life through the river? 6, 7 or something? I would be at 9. I lost 2 from the Overlord. No, I lost 1 from the Overlord. 2 from the Crab. And now 5. I lost 5 life. I would be at 7. I would be at 6 right now. I could easily race. But being at 1, GG. I need to find a removal for the Siren or I die. I guess I can find a Picklock Prankster or a Crab. No, I can't cast Crab. No, I can cast Crab. Alright, nothing. GG. I guess not quite. I can still find Prankster. Okay. I do have to chump block the Restless Reef. The Kaito got me. Oh, nice. Smart play. Yeah. Well played. Didn't even see that. Good job. Alright, opponent got me. I would say the river cost me the game. They played around my Tidebinder very nicely on turn 3. That was sort of a bad Tidebinder turn. Like, if I would have had anything else besides the Tidebinder, I'd probably win that game. Because then I would like use that turn to be proactive in my own game plan. And I just sort of wasted my turn playing a 3-2 that really didn't do anything in that game. And then maybe turn 4 I was meant to bounce the Kaito to just sort of... Yeah, considering... Maybe I was meant to bounce the Kaito there and then play a Terror. Probably, honestly. I got a little bit greedy. My opponent played that well, going for the 5-6. That was very smart. That's what you have to do in this matchup. You have to go for the 5-6 immediately. Alright, well, they beat me. DIMIR is a strong deck. DIMIR mid-range. I think it's still unfavored for them. But you do need a fast Terror draw. And they do have tools post-board. And in game 2, I think we got pretty unlucky not drawing like more enablers. So the Ghost Vacuum was actually effective, which it usually really isn't. Like in this game, like look at this. Like Ghost Vacuum just does nothing. It's way too thick of a graveyard and it's just not possible to disrupt it. Rest in Peace is really, really powerful. Ghost Vacuum, not so much. Alright. And that's what I like about this deck compared to something like Oculus. Because Oculus the Ghost Vacuum is very good against Oculus because you always have to target the creature in the graveyard, right? And these strategies are very similar, but this one doesn't care about Vacuum. Even close, like it's some games Vacuum's gonna do something. Like if you cast it on turn 1 and like your opponent has not that many enablers, then Vacuum's gonna be fine. But like in most games, Vacuum is not good enough. Against Oculus, Vacuum is good enough in most cases. Like because it does shut off all the reanimation. It shuts off founding, like targeting a card and casting it back from the graveyard, and shuts off all the reanimation. So Vacuum is quite good against Oculus. All right, in any case, this is a sweet deck, sweet brewski. It's not the deck I chose for the Arena Championship, but I think it's a solid brew. It has some problems, but it's pretty solid, I think, and it's actually a competitive deck that you could bring to your standard challenge, to your RCQ, and actually have a decent time with, and also be sort of cool kid on the block, I guess, that comes up with a brew that's actually good. That's not just like pretty random. And it's also funny to me that it takes time to figure all these things out, right? But like, if you look at this deck, and if it actually will be established in a couple of weeks, where actually people will bring it to Magic Online tournaments and so on, then like everybody will, yeah, this is the DIMIR Terror deck. Like we had access to this for multiple weeks already, but nobody thought about it. Nobody made it. Nobody built it, and that can tell you that there's stuff that is just underexplored, that is not utilized, that is not tried, right? And you can always find that, and then even break a format. Rarely, but you can find stuff. And you know, if this would have been a little bit better positioned, I might have played it at the event. It wasn't, but it's still it's a deck that you can find out there. Anyways, brambling. Thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you, and yeah, see you next time, guys. Peace out.